Hey there, hope all is well. Let's ask the angels, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our energy for divine guidance with messages for our highest and greatest good. So it is and so it will be. We're going to tap in using the Starseed Oracle deck. And I split the deck. And the middle of the deck said, longing for home, homesick for the stars. And then bottom of the deck energy, earthed. Like, look at that cosmic egg. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. And then the cards that I got to share today. The next one, lifting the veil. This talks about questioning everything, and anything unaligned must go. Things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mistruths so we can remember ancient truths. Okay, everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that is in harmony with the planet will not survive. That isn't in harmony. This goes for society and the world at large, as well as in our own personal lives. Sometimes we receive this card is because you're being called to energetically scan your life for things that may no longer be a match vibrationally for you because you've grown. There might be systems or programming that might serve you before, but no longer do. Some star seeds are here to lift the veil between the seen and unseen worlds, to shine a light on things that are inauthentic or unaligned with the survival and well-being of Earth. You may have seen this play out throughout your life and experience here. It's really to shine a light on things that are just not for the highest and greatest good. And sometimes that you are that light. I feel you stand and protect those who don't have a voice in some way, shape, or form. You tend to look deeper and question everything that maybe previous generations did not. Some star seeds can't tolerate things that aren't necessarily congruent. They're here to bring society and humanity back into harmony with the planet and the creator at large. If we tolerate things in our life that aren't aligned or congruent with it, we add to the misalignment of the planet. You're being called to trust yourself, notice what's out of alignment, and then take the steps needed to bring it back into harmony. This is no easy feat, but is so worthwhile, both individually and for the planet. So ask yourself, what isn't congruent in your life, and how are you being called to bring it back into harmony? So that would be lifting the veil. The next one was star bathing. Equally as awesome. Okay, this is about light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. The stars are constantly showering emanations onto the crystalline grid of the earth. When things are in balance, the planet also sends information back up to the stars. Many star seeds have come to Earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten, and all of that information is stored in the crystalline grid. If you pull this card, you may be called to begin working with the stars in the crystalline grid of the Earth. Some people believe that the crystalline grid of the Earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies onto the planet. You may be guided to journey to particular places on Earth to unlock these cosmic codes with your presence. You may also be interested in a practice called star bathing. This card commonly arises because you're here to connect with the crystalline grid of Earth, either in your hometown or by traveling to other places without quite knowing why. It also can mean that your light body, energy body in its highest form, is being activated. If this resonates, take things extra slow in order to integrate the change of vibration. Here's a starseed activation. I open myself up to the receiving of the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me. As they do, may it heal the earth too. You could say that 3 times. Wow. Okay. And then the last card that we got was you've got the love. And this talks about Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. The Hadarians are believed to be the beacons of pure, divine, unconditional love, who see love in all people and in all situations. As a result, they can find it hard to have boundaried, interdependent, healthy relationships because they only see the unconditional nature of those they meet. The lovers of the cosmos, they dive in fast. They're here to learn how to love while in a separate body, to learn to love self first, then establish healthy relationships with others, to remember that love they seek is already within them, and that they truly do have the love all on their own. This card is to help you review the ways you may need to establish healthier boundaries. Perhaps you're in a codependent relationship in which you may be losing your sense of self. It's common. I've been there, especially for starseeds, to dive deep into your relationships, particularly with those who feel safe and familiar at a soul level. Perhaps you're in a relationship in which you give more than you receive, or perhaps there's a certain volatility to it, and you're always unsure where you're actually standing. This card is assigned to do a relationship review and see what energetic agreements you've made, consciously or unconsciously. To acknowledge if there are relationships in which you feel anxious or powerless, in which you don't feel like it's safe to relax and just be you, or a need to assess if there's any places of inadequacy that you've used a relationship to soothe or cover up. So the takeaway question here is, do you lose yourself in relationships? If so, how? And then how can you develop a deeper love for yourself? There you have it. I'm going to leave you with that. Let's get one more. Okay. For good measure. For a nice send-off. Okay. No. Like, oh, please. Still calculating. Surrender to the sweetness. Oh, this is so beautiful. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Okay, so imagine. I'm going to leave it at that. I feel like it's time to imagine. Okay? And anchor and ground this here now. Ground this here now. Right? This is what you are transmitting. Okay, this is what you're activating. This is what you're here to do, to create. Okay? So, this is beautiful. Okay? Absolutely beautiful. All right, guys. I will see you on the next one.